What is up, guys? Welcome back to the Sports Junkies Podcast. If you are not a member of the Sports Junkie Nation, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Leave a like. It is much appreciated. Anyways,
this man said the Sports Junkies Nation.
Hey,
I don't think I've heard that one yet.
It's the nation, man. We ain't got, y'all some junkies. That's all we gotta say about that. Anyways, so we have a series that we very much like, and on the channel it gets the most attraction, I guess you could say. It's called The Problem With series. We go over teams, even if they're a good team. We talk about if they have problems, like if they're not finishing the job that they're meant to do. And the team that we last did on was a college football team, and it was the Tennessee Volunteers. We had 8 likes and 9 dislikes. Not a good ratio, but hey,
I mean, the video's still doing numbers, so it's whatever. We did put some jokes in the beginning of it, so I think
you was clowning in the beginning. Anyways, 8 and 9 ratio. Not a good ratio for us, I guess you could say, but at least it's feedback. We very much encourage that. We want to see what y'all like and don't like, and that's what the comment section is for. And this is one of the most not really commented videos that we've had, but one with a lot of feedback on the video, not a bunch of people talking smack to each other like that Kansas City and Bills one. But we're just gonna go through these comments real quick and just respond to them with our voice instead of our keyboard, as you can say. And we're gonna give you the I don't know, we just gonna talk about these. But I'm just gonna start off. It's a very long one. Troy Wilson, he said, "You nailed it with the QBs. When we have a good QB, we are always very good because we have the talents at every other position. Even this year." I mean, I'm not gonna read the whole comment. They're on the comments. It's Troy Wilson's. He basically just said that I nailed it with the QB thing. The McDonald's thing wasn't true. We both didn't know that until y'all were commenting about it. It was just a joke, I guess, made by all the fans. I had a video in the video. I had a video with the McDonald's bag. It was all just a joke. I mean, we're Georgia fans, but we don't hate Tennessee.
Yeah,
really
to be honest with you, I'm not really frustrated about Tennessee cheating. It didn't have any effect on us. I mean, even if they were cheating, regardless if they were cheating or not, that it only helped them for one half. So
it didn't do nothing but make them worse, honestly.
Yeah, it didn't help the team. Yeah, it didn't help them in the long run.
But this question kind of bounces off another one, and I'll get to that one later. But we appreciate you saying that we nailed it with the QB thing. That means that you are appreciating our research that we make. The big question whether is we have a QB to lead us. This year y'all have a transfer from Michigan. I think his name is Joe Milton. He looked really good. I talked to Dimitri about it, and I don't like the way he stands flat-footed before he throws the ball. Like, he just stands there. He doesn't move his feet. Hate that. I feel like you just got to move your feet as a quarterback. But that's one problem with him.
Is he good enough to win SEC games, though?
Vanderbilt, yes. Anyways, last time we had a great QB, we beat Florida and Georgia, but lost SEC East because of our inconsistencies. That came with Bush Jones. We talked about that in the video. Bush Jones he was something else at Tennessee. He's at Bama right now, isn't he? As an assistant.
Bush Jones.
Yeah, pretty sure he's at Bama as an assistant.
I have no idea.
Pretty sure he is. Anyways, a couple notes though. The McDonald's thing is actually untrue. Yeah, we thought it was but turns out to just be a joke. He admitted to making it up because it was funny. The cheating appears to be true, but the McDonald's part is not. On last note, you probably should have saved the cheating. Oh yeah, the little meme thing at the start. Definitely should have saved it for the end. That was a mistake. We definitely should put it at the end. But we were just joking. It's no hate.
I've noticed that regardless, if you start joking about someone's team, I realize a lot of people are more sensitive than we originally thought. Once again, I could care less if Tennessee was cheating or not. I don't think cheating is going to help them surpass Georgia or Bama or Florida anytime soon. But I mean, they were becoming a good team. I still maybe an occasional upset, but they weren't on track to be like a powerhouse in the SEC. You know what I mean? I mean, to be honest, Bama
they were
still
getting
miles away.
They were
from
getting
everyone.
really good recruits though. It was crazy.
Yeah, they were
had
some crazy. They
had a couple
good.
5 stars
he was doing his
week.
thing, regardless. If he was sliding money or not. But it's still Bama, dude. Bama's still the number one recruiting class of all time.
It's the Bama.
And we're Georgia fans, and I'm still here saying, even though as good as Georgia may be this year, it's still Bama. You got to watch out for that. So I mean, don't take the jokes to heart. If you do, go check out this video from the guys who may not have already seen it. It's all fun and games, man.
It's all fun and games.
Hate your team.
And then he ended it with, the meme thing. Don't put at start. He almost left after the 1 minute mark. We appreciate you staying and giving us feedback, because if you give us feedback, it helps us fix these videos to make them better suited for y'all.
That's one good thing about the comments. Some guys leave some good feedback, like the one guy that said you talk a little fast. I mean, yeah, that's stuff to note. Some guys say, yeah, you should do more research. That's good stuff to note. And then, we got some more segments and series coming to the channel. So, that's just stuff we'll just continue to improve on. I mean, we're only 176 subs. So, I mean, we're still
we have nowhere to go except for up.
Yeah, nowhere to go but up. I mean, expect everything to get better and better and
let's see,
more consistent.
We got one from Dustin Green. It was yesterday, actually. The product on the field last week was so much better than last few years already. Personally, I agree to a certain extent, just because it was Bowling Green. But then again, they did play better than they normally do. Last year they were playing good until Georgia, Stetson Bennett kind of, looked like Lamar Jackson on the field. But they had a good turnover little thing going on for them. They didn't throw turnovers until Georgia, whatever. But honestly, last week it was a good play from them. But we need to see them play like that against SEC teams. To honestly, I'm not saying that we don't take them serious, but if you can't play like that against SEC teams, no one's gonna take you serious. If you can't play that against any conference.
A lot of teams don't get taken seriously until they beat a real opponent. It's kind of like UCF when they were on that win streak. No one took that team serious because we're like, anybody can win in that conference. Now you beat Auburn, okay, hold on now, you might be onto something. Then they go undefeated again the next year. We're like, okay, hold on now, let's see how they play against LSU. Then they lose.
They turned Joe Burrow into a monster.
Yeah, then after that it's just like, this team they can't beat this LSU team before they were even really good. Then what makes you think they're gonna beat a team like Bama? Why should they make the playoffs? It's like Cincinnati now. People look at they look at Cincinnati's like, yo, this team is dominant. And I do think Cincinnati has reached a certain level of dominance. Good game against Georgia in the bowl game last year. And what was it, Peach Bowl? A lot of starters out. C team Georgia. Regardless of us winning the game or not, it's still one of those things with Cincinnati where I still want to see them play like a healthy, good team and see how they fare against it. Because we know their defense is world class. Regardless, their defense is world class, talented. However, we already can tell you off the rip they don't have the depth that SEC teams have, that the Big Ten teams probably have. So, to be honest with you, I mean, it's just like with Tennessee right now. They had Georgia in the first half last year.
We're gonna talk about Cincinnati, but they played Notre Dame, number 8. So we will see.
Cincinnati plays Notre Dame this year.
Yep, in Notre Dame. So we'll get that answer.
That's tasty. We'll get that answer
if they can play.
Because they win that game. They win that game dominantly. They're in the playoff. But that's how Tennessee is. It's like, you beat Bowling Green, but you play Pittsburgh. You play the Panthers next. Then you play Tennessee Tech, and then you travel to Ben Hill Griffin Stadium and face Florida. So, I mean, that's where. That's where we'll get our real first look at Tennessee. They'll be 3-0 walking into that game. I mean, let me not jump the gun, because Pitt could do something dangerous. I mean, who knows how good Pitt is, but at the same time, do we really know how great Tennessee is? They got a good quarterback. They got a new quarterback. Lost a lot of talent. Still trying to build some stuff. I mean, they look pretty good against Bowling Green.
They have a transfer running back. Forget his name.
After they lost Chandler. Yeah.
I forget his name. Or no, never mind. Ty Chandler was the one that transferred out of there. My bad. I was thinking of a whole different team. I forget who Ty Chandler went to. But I seen Ty Chandler and I was like, he played at Tennessee. Anyways,
I mean, they had a running back on the roster that was looking really good. Smalls, Jabari Small, yeah, he's looking really good. They also had Evans on the team. He's looking really good. I mean, the guys are. I mean, they got some talent. I mean, Joe Milton's gonna be a guy who can run and toss the ball. So. Let's just see how this team develops. I don't know how many years Joe Milton has, of availability left, but let's just see what these guys do. Let's see how the receivers function around this new style of offense. Because when was the last time? I mean, Tennessee had a quarterback that was, I don't know, was Garantano scrambling? He seemed like a quarterback that would run a lot because he couldn't throw at all.
He could move.
Okay, yeah. So it seems like that's Tennessee's style of offense.
The last time they were great, they had a scrambler in Josh Dobbs.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I mean, they might. Man. I mean, I feel like every team's gonna be better with a mobile quarterback that can throw the ball. But you know.
I mean, Joe Milton had that touchdown. It was a 40-yarder to Tillman, and you know, as good as that, it was a great catch. But I'm gonna be real with you, man. A throw like that is not gonna work against a good SEC team. So I do not want you to get comfortable with that. And I know exactly what you mean when you say he plants his feet when he throws. That's really gonna mess him up.
Like there's no problem with it, honestly. Like he can still get the ball out, he can still move, but it's weird just seeing someone drop back and just stand. Like he was just standing. Yeah. He's not bouncing up and down, shifting his feet. It's so
weird because he'll be on the run and then he'll just literally plant his feet in order to throw the ball. It's kind of weird.
Like that's the thing though. Like whenever you sit there flat-footed and just stand there, it's gonna take you longer to get in a running motion than if you were sitting there on your tippy toes, bouncing up and down, moving your feet, getting ready to do that in case a rush comes from your blind side or comes straight at you. But I mean, Joe Milton, he's playing SEC ball, so he knows what he's doing at quarterback. I got nothing else to say.
So it's like, it's gonna be, you know, it's just something we got to keep our eyes on, and just, you know, it'll be something, you know, let's see how good he is. You know, like I said, their next 2 games should be cakewalks, and then, you know, they'll play a guy like you know, they'll play against Florida, and that's where we'll see the real Tennessee, I think. But I'm not 100% just telling you they're going to beat Pittsburgh, because we don't know how good Pittsburgh is. We really don't know how good this Tennessee team is. It's a whole new team. It's like, you got to see what they're going to do. It's like how we were with Georgia against Clemson. We didn't know how good the offense was going to be. They didn't look that good. A lot of C team offense, but you know, we knew the defense was going to be good. And one thing I can tell you about Tennessee right now is they should be in better shape with Garantano gone and with another quarterback. I mean, anybody's better than Garantano, so it's you know, instantly Tennessee's almost slick better, you know. But a lot of recruits left, a lot of guys, you know. It's just let's wait on it and see what they got.
All right. So moving on to the next comment, we got Matt William. He said, "At Tennessee, we welcome all haters. We aren't haters. I mean, the first minute looks like we haters of the video.
Yeah, it does.
We're not haters. It's all jokes. Yeah. I mean, you gotta think Georgia and Tennessee is not an official rivalry, but it's a rivalry. Like, it's a rivalry. I feel like Georgia
technically, because we're all in the SEC East, but I don't fear Tennessee, and I definitely don't dislike them in any way, shape, or form. You know what I mean? I just feel like every time we play them, I don't like is Florida. Other than that,
every time we used to play them, it was always a good game until Josh Dobbs left. It was always a good game until Josh Dobbs left.
Tennessee kind of went downhill, and they were climbing back up, and now we don't know where they are. I mean, that full SEC schedule, they went 3-7. So
we're not.
And that they still had the talent on that team. You know, besides Garantano still being the quarterback. So that's why I'm saying right now, I don't know how serious we got to take this Tennessee team. So they lost a lot of players last offseason, some important players last offseason. They gained some good players. So we're still at that standstill. We don't know where they are. But yeah, we definitely don't hate Tennessee. I don't think about Tennessee randomly and just like, oh man, I hate that team. Nah, man. Good luck to them, seriously.
Andrew Goodwin said, "Bro, the McDonald's thing is old. It was a lie made up by radio hosts." Yeah, I mean, we read the comments, we seen that. It turns out that it wasn't true about McDonald's. They were cheating, but it's the McDonald's bags and all that it's not true at all. And we apparently we're saying the team name wrong as well. Apparently it's vols. Well, which makes sense because like volunteers, you know what I mean? Volunteers.
But I think we were saying vols, which makes a lot of sense to me, but it's wrong, so it no longer makes sense to me. So
that's the thing.
Andrew,
whenever I was thinking about like, because I had to get a part of the video about when they were playing Florida State, and Florida State's the Seminoles, but you can call them the Noles. Yeah. So then whenever I was like Tennessee, I was like, I call them the vols or the vols. And so it was just a mix up whenever you say something alike, and it's just you just end up saying that. It was just a misinput, honestly, and we apologize for that, honestly. But we'll work to fix that up. Jake said, honestly, just overall uneducated takes. Everyone cheated back then and gave players money, but wow, 9 minutes of talking about the last QB and head coach.
I had to go after him a bit because I'm like, well, everyone cheated back then. I'm like, buddy, this was like 2020, this is last year, you know what I mean? So I was like, it's just so weird. You know, if Georgia got caught cheating, I would not be happy with Kirby Smart. I wouldn't take up for the team because I'm like, I wouldn't want my team to be. I like the fact that we're building a team normally. He's like, everyone back then cheated. I'm like, yeah, that's back then. You know, it's a lot easier to slide stuff. But
yeah, that's
if
the
a
thing,
team's
like,
cheating these days, you're gonna find out. You know what I mean? Like,
SMU
guys don't
cheated
just
back then. A lot of teams cheated back then. Like we talk about times where they didn't have 24/7, where they didn't have social media. They cheated. But I mean, it's easy nowadays. A player can go get this money and then accidentally flex it, and boom, team's caught cheating. It's easier. If anything, it's easier to catch them now.
Yeah. I'm like, if a team was just sliding money to recruits, you're going to get caught. I mean, Tennessee did. So we're not going to sit here and pretend like, oh, everyone's cheating, everyone's doing that, bro. Come on.
If a team is cheating, it's honestly like unnoticeable. I mean, the reason everyone just figured Tennessee was cheating is because no one just has, in a span of 2 weeks, like 4 or 5 5-stars just commit out of nowhere.
They were going.
It was just crazy.
Recruiting. Yeah, it was.
But
crazy.
I mean, look, thanks for the feedback about the uneducated takes. We're going to have to read up on the takes a little bit more. I will admit that the championship game between Florida State and Tennessee, there was not a lot of what could I say? Not a lot of facts, information about it. I had to go to like 7 different websites to find something about it. Every time you found something, it was legit a paragraph long, like 5 sentences.
That goes to that one comment. I think it's the next one. Where he's like, "Are you reading a script?" Well, yeah, you know what I mean.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I'm reading a script.
It is a script.
I can't. I mean, off the top, my head's not a Wikipedia page. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know everything about. Like, once again, we're Georgia fans, so we don't know everything about Tennessee. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like I can understand where they are confused about it being not a script or not, but like, yes, it is a script. I'm just gonna be honest. I don't know what Tennessee did through 2000 to 2007. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah, like
I talked about Philip Fulmer. I didn't even know Vince Dooley's son coached there. Derek Dooley. I did not know he coached at Tennessee.
Didn't know that either.
I read up on it. I mean, yes, I'm gonna be honest with you. The uneducated takes, I could have done better with the head coaching talking about their changes. Because I didn't really talk about Jeremy Pruitt that much when that is not a problem really right now, but he caused a cheating scandal. You know what I'm saying? So I should have talked about that more. But the overall problem, to me personally, and I feel like a lot of the fans too, is that when y'all don't have the head coach, when y'all said Jeremy Pruitt is anything better than Jeremy Pruitt, obviously y'all see the head coach as a problem as well, and quarterback problem. Garantano was not good. Josh Dobbs was y'all's last good quarterback, and y'all was on fire with him. Now y'all got Joe Milton and Josh. Is it Josh Heupal or it's Josh Heupal, isn't it? That's how you pronounce it.
It's like Heupal, I think.
Heupal or Heupal. It's however you pronounce it.
It's one or the other, yeah. That's that research we got to do,
Exactly. But but it does look better, and I said I'd see them doing better in the future. In the video, I said probably not this year, but the next 3 years, I see them making a steady growth in their SEC challenges, I guess you could say, like where they'll win more SEC games. I mean, and recruit better.
It's the SEC. I mean, it just means more, man. Come on.
Vanderbilt
we want every
losing by
SEC
20
team
to FCS. Vanderbilt losing by 20 to East Tennessee.
I was just about to make a Vanderbilt joke, and you just
it just means more. Anyways,
it just means more. Thank you, Jake, for watching the whole video, though.
Honestly, thank you.
Say 9 minutes of
talking about last QB.
Thank you. Really,
I mean, that's it. But I mean,
not joking.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Like you said, but wow, 9 minutes talking about last QB and head coach. That's the problem.
Yeah.
This is the problem with Tennessee. The problem with Tennessee was their quarterback and head coach not being good enough to play.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry that you think that I talked about it too much, but it was the problem. So I mean, I'm not trying to be rude or mean, but I'm just trying to say that if it's the problem, I'm gonna talk about it.
Yeah, that's the crazy thing about comments is you can literally just go in there and be like, hey, our problem wasn't this, it was that. Like that's
exactly. Like if y'all see another problem, we can make a video like this.
Yeah, like on the Oregon video, the Auburn videos, man, they're so like energetic because everybody's going in there like, yeah, man, this was right or this was wrong, but I think it was this. And you got other guys commenting saying, yeah, man, that's the good thing about comments is disagreeing and having a conversation with other people, about the topic. So, I mean, if if it's uneducated, tell us what the problem was. But thank you a lot, Jake.
He responded to you and said, "No, LOL. This is a former college athlete telling you this is how it actually worked. Everyone was just cheating."
Yeah.
Sorry to hear that your athleticism didn't do you enough to get to the pros. Anyways, in East Tennessean, he commented. He said, "Dude, honestly, I tried to watch your video. Your mouth flaps so fast. Are you reading your script? Sounds as if. Dislike and aware to avoid your channel from here on." Sorry about that. That you don't want to watch our videos because I talk too fast reading the script. I'm sorry, it's just how I read. I'll try to improve how I read. I always read in my head, so reading out loud I kind of just do it fast because in your head you read fast. So I'm sorry about that. You're probably not listening to this because you're avoiding us, but sorry.
We're probably blocked. I don't know if you can block YouTube channels.
That's tough. You might not be able to avoid us. Holly Wells, haters gonna hate. We back soon, or we back, son. 9-3 this season. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I see, honestly, I'm being completely honest. I see 5-7 at worst. 5-7. That's worse. That's worse though. That's y'all's lowest.
I mean, I got their schedule here.
Tell me the games and I'll tell you.
The thing that scares me the most is that they have to play Georgia. They play Bama this year. They play Ole Miss, which you know how dangerous Ole Miss is.
They always play Bama. Bama's a rivalry game.
Oh, okay. Well, wow.
It's like the third Saturday in September. Come on, man. NCAA 14 taught me some stuff, let me pull up their schedule. I'll give y'all an accurate prediction right now.
They got, it's the SEC, you know what I mean? And honestly, I'm looking at 1, 2, 3. I'm looking at 4 losses for sure that I know are gonna happen. And then there's those games that you just don't know about. So I mean, I guess I'll go 8-4, or they'll be 7-5, something like this. Should make a bowl game. I don't see them like.
I'm gonna give them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can see them winning 7 games. I'm gonna be honest.
I got them going maybe 7-5.
I'll give y'all, because I said I could see y'all at worst 5-7, and I could see y'all winning 7 games. But one of those games I'm kind of iffy about, and that's South Carolina, honestly.
Me too. Yeah, I was gonna say that.
But so I'll give y'all 6-6. I'll give y'all for sure 6-6. So a bowl game, that's a lot better than last year. Y'all was 3-7 last year.
3-7 in the All-SEC schedule.
I'm gonna be honest with you, but I don't think 9-3. Maybe next 2 years. But like we said in the video, we said in the comment, Josh Heupal was the guy that we thought was good.
Like, respectfully, I really hope Holly watches this video. Like, Holly, you got to tell me, what 3 teams are you gonna lose to, and what 9 teams do you think you're gonna beat? Because, I mean, did we see Ole Miss last night? Was it last night?
Ole Miss
looked fantastic.
They look amazing.
They look great. I mean, offensively, they just look great. Matt Corral,
it's not even it wasn't even really the offense that looked. I mean, the offense looked great, but the defense was on.
I mean, they're definitely building something. I mean, get me wrong, it's Louisville, but still, Louisville is not. They're not the greatest team in the ACC. Yeah. But I mean, at least it's a Power 5 team. It's not Bowling Green. I mean, these guys look fast. They look athletic. I mean, these guys look good. They look like an SEC football team. I mean, last year they were good too, but they just didn't have what it took yet. I still don't think Ole Miss is like on Bama's level, but
I don't think so. But I can see. Does not have, I mean, they kept up with Bama last year, which is crazy. They kept up with Bama, so I mean, I could see them kind of keeping up with Bama again, but I still don't see them winning the game. I mean, it depends on.
Already in the Bama video, yeah, I think Bama's good, but this is their worst roster in like 5 or 6 years. But they're still a top 5 team in the nation, so don't get me wrong. But they're definitely exposable. Like, somebody can expose them. And I don't hate Bama either. Sometimes I say stuff like that. I'm just being honest. That's my honest opinion.
We don't hate anybody.
Yeah,
we really don't. We don't hate no teams.
Really don't. Florida, maybe. I hate Florida with a passion, but other than that, it's just because their fans are so like against. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so much heat like every time, every year that game. It's just I love just.
Oh, who was that guy? It was Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. Yeah, it's pretty easy to throw slant routes. Come on, man.
He got like trucked and injured on a slant route. That was the funniest.
Trucked by DeAndre Swift on a slant route.
That was so funny.
Oh, anyways, we see Tennessee for sure going 6-6. You got a bowl game. That's honestly all the comments we have right now that are feedback for us, that are not just comments about Tennessee. Like this guy says, bunch of young pups calling themselves the vols, born and bred, live it, breathe it for a lifetime.
I honestly don't know what that comment means. I honestly don't even know what that. I don't know what the context is of that. I don't know if he's like mad at us or if he's like excited. I literally have no idea.
I don't know. I don't know if he's calling us vols. I don't know. But
like I've read that comment a few times and I have.
He said, "I'm not calling you a bandwagon, but I am. That was great. Thank you. I'm pursuing a career in stand-up comedian."
Tell us a joke right now.
Let's see. You want an interactive joke? Or you just want a joke? Like you want a joke where you have to tell me something?
I just want to hear a joke. All right, I mean, it can be interactive. Just I want to hear a joke right now.
Why didn't the skeleton cross the road?
I feel like I've heard this joke before. What?
Because he didn't have the guts.
Let me tell you a better joke.
Okay.
All right. Hear me out. Vanderbilt.
Gee. Okay. All right. Cincinnati Bearcats. I got beat by 20. By 20.
Yeah. Poor Vanderbilt, man. Well, we gotta make a petition to get them out of the SEC, man.
We need to pull off Vanderbilt because Washington, being ranked 20, got beat by Montana.
Ooh. I mean, come on, dude. Vanderbilt is a whole new level of bad, though. They're in the SEC.
I mean, but like we expected Washington to win. Vanderbilt was like,
why are they in the SEC?
Vanderbilt was just like, like, why are they in the SEC? I
don't know.
What did they do? Like, was they not? Why can't they go to the American Conference?
They should definitely not be in. They should be in a worse conference. And I feel like there's a better team that can get moved up to the SEC.
I'm gonna be honest.
I know we got like Oklahoma and Texas joining, but
I'll give y'all a switch right now. We will trade Vanderbilt to the Sun Belt Conference for Appalachian State. That's a good trade. That's a good trade.
I don't know.
That's a good trade.
Some teams though, like some of those teams though, you got to look at. You're like, yo, they definitely don't want to be in a better conference because they won't be the same team. But I guess that's the team. That's like Vanderbilt. Like Vanderbilt might go to another conference and actually be decent.
I don't know, man. Idaho, they were pretty bad, and they went to the FCS and then still get slapped on a constant basis. I think they just won though, but they still get slapped. It's horrible.
I mean, if you're not getting good recruits, then I guess it doesn't matter because you got to think like teams like South Dakota State or Eastern Washington. Those guys are getting like they actually might dig a 4-star.
That's the thing about Montana and like North Dakota and South Dakota State. Like, there ain't no big colleges over there in those states, so they just gathering all those football players. They gathering all those. I don't know. Are there rednecks up there?
North Dakota State probably gets some good recruits. Don't sleep on. They'll probably get like a 4-star, a couple 3s.
North Dakota State is. I feel like they are the best recruiting FCS school.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Them
like
more
5 championships in a row or something like that.
Them more
yeah, they're pretty good.
What's their name? James Madison. They're a good school.
Yeah.
Anyways, talked about Tennessee. We replied to y'all's comments. Thank you for the feedback. Keep it rolling in. I'm talking about comment on everything you see. If it's just a comment saying keep up this work, I love the videos, or if it's hey, maybe try this and maybe we would enjoy it more. It doesn't matter. As long as it's feedback, we want to hear it. Please like or dislike. I'm honestly encouraging you to dislike if you feel like you don't like the video. Because even if you don't want to comment, if you just dislike, that shows us that we need to
dislike
improve.
Is feedback. Yeah, dislike is feedback. We definitely look at that. So now I know from the dislikes on this video, I won't put memes in front of a problem with video anymore. So that's.
And if we do, we'll put them at the end.
Yeah.
Because of feedback.
We'll put them at the end because we got that feedback. Yeah.
But if you like the video, subscribe. We got a lot more content coming. Especially, I know a lot of y'all are college football fans. This is the 5th video we've recorded in the past 9 days.
Yeah, we've been going pretty crazy.
So I mean, hey, we're gonna keep pumping it out. Please sure to become a junkie today. Subscribe if you like the video. Please like or dislike again if you want to give us your feedback. Leave it in the comment section. It's been your boy Cam,
Kid,
and we out.